Okay, welcome back to Bouncearound Charleston. Standing here with me, Susan Irish, the owner of West Ashley's new art space, Fabulon. Welcome to Bouncearound Charleston.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
The word Fabulon.
It's a made-up word. It's supposed to mean this utopian place, this wonderful place. Don't you want to come and enjoy it and stay there forever? It's just a solely made-up word.
Okay. Okay. And your paintings represent what?
I paint with encaustic, which is melted beeswax, and paint pigment is an ancient Egyptian form of painting. And Jasper Johns did it here in Charleston for a while, and then it kind of went out of favor. And I was living in Massachusetts at the time. It's bigger in New England. So this is one of my paintings here in the blue. It's Mother Nature. And
the one that's on the easel.
The one that's on the easel. That's Mother Nature as if she was part of the landscape. And the earth is her child.
Wow.
So my subject matter is mostly about Mother Nature and our responsibility to her to care for the earth and care for her as if she were a real person, part of our family.
Okay, okay. So everything you do basically represents Mother Nature.
Most of what I do is in that particular theme. I do some portraits, I do some landscapes, but most of my personal work revolves around the theme of Mother Nature. I
was reading one writing and you said something Mother Nature wasn't very happy about.
Well, my grandmother asked me once if I thought God was mad at us, and because of the weather, and I said I don't know the answer to that question, but I think Mother Nature's a little bit ticked off at us. And then I started working on themes of what our responsibility is to amend our footprint on the earth, and I think that she's probably not happy with pollution and hydrofracking and global warming, and so a lot of those themes work their way into my paintings. Sometimes it'll be a pretty little landscape to draw you in, and then I get to tell you, once I have you captivated, tell you my little personal messages on why some of these things are not a good idea. As I'm learning about them, pass my knowledge on to you. Because
there are some things that we do in this earth that disturbs our environment.
Yes, yes. And I don't think that that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Right, and so you paint about that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what artists do. We have something that's bothering us or in our mind, and we make a painting about it.
Oh, so okay. So do you also bring other artists in?
My gallery space caters to new and emerging artists. So I have Stephen Owen here, who painted a painting of...
The painting up on the desk.
This is a painting of Jane Goodall, another environmentalist. So,
yes.
And it is a painting. It's not a photograph, even though it looks photorealistic. So,
wow.
So something like that really appeals to me. And then, you know, once a teacher, always a teacher. So I like to have paintings that I can be engaged with and talk to potential buyers or students, because we teach classes and have a full gallery space. So down here is a painting by Hampton Olfus. And
the picture in the front of the desk.
Yeah, that's a slice of urban life. So it talks about what life is like today and how things haven't changed and maybe how things are changing. And so a lot of conversations going on in that painting.
Oh, if the world can get any better. Now, I also read where you called yourself to be a self-proclaimed hippie feminist.
I think I will never live that one down, but it's true. It's true.
Well, with the hair?
The hair, what else would you call me? But there are a lot of things that are near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Teaching, educating, and using that voice that I have to do what I can for the community. I have the luxury of living and working in the same community, and I want to use the art and the space that I have to reach out. So in February, we're having a show.
Oh, February, okay.
And February 12th at the gallery, and it's going to be partially a fundraiser for my sister's house.
Okay.
I made a painting, and I'm making prints of it to sell at the show, and the proceeds from that will go right directly to my sister's house.
My sister's house.
And the work that they do there.
When a person views your paintings, what do you want them to walk away with?
Some sense of emotion, some sense of engagement, some sense of wonder. Not only how did I make that, but what it's all about, and maybe just, oh, it's pretty, but it's got a little hidden meaning to it too. I think when I was teaching, I would show the kids a lot of things, and then maybe it didn't all fully register until they got a little older and things settled in a little more. But I think that the painting is the same kind of way. It's going to stay with you a little bit and maybe play back in your memory as something more than just a pretty image.
You do something I do also, but I think we do it for different reasons. I was reading where you keep your Christmas trees up past Christmas. Mine stay up too. Mine, I just don't take mine down because I'm just lazy. Yours stays up because?
Well, we put these special trees up for Christmas to encourage people to buy local and shop local and think about art as a gift idea. We're keeping them up through Christmas, through the February show. Underneath the tree we had cleaning supplies, which is one of the things that my sister's house needs. It's not your typical Christmas present. On the tree are little pieces of artwork that are a way for a guest at the gallery to purchase a piece of original artwork. That could become a collector's item. That could be a way to make a small gift purchase. Most items there are under $50. That's a nice gift, and it's original artwork. And we're going to keep those trees up until after the end of February.
Okay.
Bring it back next year.
And so people can come by and put a present under the Christmas tree for my sister's house.
I'm hoping we'll get some more donations of cleaning supplies, things that you need, that you take for granted, that are readily available when you're in your house all the time. But if you had to flee, what would you miss? And they need pajamas, they need sheets, they need cleaning supplies, and then I'll just carry them over there for whoever wants to donate them.
Because my sister's house was a local nonprofit organization for victims of domestic abuse.
Yes.
I think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, Ms. Irish, and I thank you so much for being here on Bouncearound Charleston.
Thank you.
And Susan Irish, owner of West Ashley's new art space, Fabulon. I like that word. I'm going to use that word, Fabulon. 1017 Walpole Road, FabulonArt.com if you want more information. Thank you for being here on Bouncearound Charleston.
Thank you.
And I hope you get a lot of gifts under the Christmas tree for my sister's house.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back after this break.